Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New York Napoleons Finals Battle of the SDA Season 1. We are here this week taking on Tone, coach of the Miami Malamarlins, who we fought way back in the middle of the season. We had 2 hours of failed land connectivity. It was a close, interesting, fun battle. That said, we're in the finals now. We are currently coming into this as the 1 seed undefeated. And we need to win this battle to remain such and win a league undefeated. Now, if you haven't seen my opponent before, I don't know how, because I've already battled him in this season. You should have gone and watched his content then. If you didn't, links in the description below, as are all of my other opponents this season and everyone else who participated in the SDA. Now, his team is Dragapult. As you might expect, Dragapult made finals. Sure, you know, here we are. Cinderace, Rapid Strike, Urshifu, Unfezant, Mandibuzz, Gardevoir, Vileplume, Marowak, Vikavolt, Corsola, and Copperajah. And I went in prep, I built a whole team, and it sucked against Cinderace, so I changed it, and now it kind of sucks against Gardevoir. I kind of just changed one big threat for a different big threat. Yay! But we've got Nasty Plot, Agility, Life Orb on this set of my Spectrier. And Spectrier is coming this week because I think it offensively pressures everything but the flying types. And even those don't love taking a Hyper Beam at +2. I outspeed everything but the Dragapult. Just helped just be an offensive check. It's not going to sweep, probably. That said, if it finds itself in a position to sweep where it needs speed to beat the Dragapult or a Scarf Cinderace or Urshifu, then I have agility. If I need this power to break through some of the more bulky things like the Mandibuzz or the Vileplume, then I have Nasty Plot. And I have options for both. I doubt I'm going to click both. Agility is usually enough. If I can get a kill, I get a Grim Neigh boost, and I get the +1 anyway, as if it's like a Nasty Plot. So, I mean, it's obviously not as good as a Nasty Plot, but it helps. Ghost is just a very spammable type against my opponent's roster, so I just wanted to go with the Shadow Ball, spam it, and see what happens. And I don't think this is going to sweep. I think this is going to break. Breaking is key here because I have other things that can deal with chipped Mons, but I just need to get lots of damage spread around, and I think Spectrier is one of my best Mons this week for that. Next up is one of those Mons that can deal with the chipped Mons. This is a Scizor that is max HP and max defense impish nature. We do have Bullet Punch. We can pick off things at low health. We have dual Wing Beat. Here's the tech. This Scizor lives a banded Urshifu Surging Strikes and has a Rocky Helmet, deals 50% back because of the 3 hits from the Surging Strikes, and then kills with a dual Wing Beat. Additionally, I kill with a dual Wing Beat if my opponent goes for a close combat, which does less than 50%, and it goes to -1 defense. I kill with a dual Wing Beat. We then roost off damage, so we're fine. You turn out of things like the Mandibuzz and stuff like that. Or if I think they're going to go into their Cinderace to catch this or something, I can U-turn off of those on the switch. So, utility Scizor, defensive Scizor, super good in this matchup. And obviously there's a lot of fire coverage. Gardevoir's got Mystical Fire, Copperajah's got Heat Crash, Cinderace is obviously right there, Dragapult gets fire coverage. So lots of fire coverage, so I have to watch out for that. But I think the defensive Scizor is really helpful, and the Rocky Helmet will really help me to have something to switch into the Urshi, because otherwise I really have nothing. Next up is my Como-O. Como-O also kind of switches into the Urshi. This is also max defense, not quite max HP, a little bit of speed investment, just in case something's trying to creep an uninvested Como-O. We are rocking with the Iron Defense, Body Press, Draco Meteor, and Resto Chesto set on this. +2 Body Press does so much damage against my opponent's roster. But like I said, I originally had Rotom Frost here, which died to the Cinderace. This beats the Cinderace, but dies to the Gardevoir. So this doesn't beat the Gardevoir. That's the only mon on the opponent's roster that can't beat Dragapult. Obviously can just come in on Body Press all day, but I have Draco Meteor. I take a hit from that, and we're able to kill it. So unless it's the Specs Dragapult, which then we know it's Specs Dragapult. So this thing can absolutely sweep if given the right opportunity and right situation to do so. And I definitely want to use it as needed throughout the game to get as much damage as possible. Resto Chesto is there for things like Vileplume, trying to go for like a Spore or getting a Effect Spore, like some sort of status on me. I can rest off anything like that. Mandibuzz going for a Toxic to try to wear me down, rest off that, stuff like that. So we do have options for status as needed, but we are going to be able to tank hits and deal with their threats. Next up is my Drapion. This is a sniper scope lens Drapion with cross poison to try to get those big critical hits here. Agility, Swords Dance on this, similar set to the Spectrier in a way because of the fact that it has both setup options. But again, it's another one of those like I can set up either one. This is more likely to set up an Agility than a Swords Dance in most matchups. That said, this is also a pretty solid lead. Knockoff is super spammable here and just really good to get rid of Rocky Helmets from things like the Mandibuzz, which comes in on this, or Shifu might switch in on this, knock off a band or a scarf. That'd be really nice. You know, Copperajah could switch in, get rid of the leftovers or Assault Vest so that the Spectrier can go a little bit more nuts. And, you know, Marowak comes in, knock off the Thick Club, so it's way less of a threat. So we do have, like, knockoff's just super good here. And Agility just gets me past the Dragapult and the Cinderace, which is super nice, because, again, I can knock off things like the Boots or the Specs or the Life Orb from the Dragapult. This is the slot we're still debating and might change before the match. But right now it's Noctowl. Noctowl is going to be Nasty Plot substitute, not Nasty Plot Agility. Could have run Agility on this. Could have had all the mons with all the speed, but we have Blunder Policy instead. So sub allows me to kind of check what my opponent's doing. Obviously, I do have to watch out for Infiltrator Dragapult as well as Bug Buzz from the Vikavolt going through that. But does allow me to check what my opponent's doing. It Foul Play from a Mandibuzz never breaks the substitute. So I will be able to put that up, and then Mandibuzz will Foul Play. As I can either click Nasty Plot or just go straight for a Moonblast, as they might switch into the Dragapult trying to catch a Nasty Plot and then Infiltrator kill me. Or I can just go straight for a Hurricane to try to get +2 speed and then go into the Moonblast from there. So we do have options on this set. Additionally, I don't have to set up a substitute. I can just go straight for a Hurricane. If I miss, I'm in actually pretty great shape, assuming my opponent's roster has taken about 10%, since that's about how much anything needs to have taken in order for Hurricane or Moonblast to do huge damage. Copperajah, if it's really defensive or especially defensive, which it might be for the Spectrier, could take some hits from this potentially. But even then, Tinted Lens Hurricane is going to be doing a ton of damage to that, and it's going to be super sweet. So we're going to rock out with this Noctowl. It might switch out for the Clefable. I still have to debate on that one. And lastly, we have Scarf Mew. I don't think I've run Scarf Mew this season. It feels like I've been running mostly like setup Mews or Hazard Mews, but this time we're going to be rocking out with Scarf, Flip Turn, Psychic Fangs, Icicle Spear, and Earthquake. They don't have a whole lot of water resists, so I figured water was a pretty safe type. The water resists that they do have are Urshifu and Vileplume, neither of which switch into a Psychic Fangs, so that's good. Didn't really need... like, I thought about U-Turn, but they don't have an immunity to water at all, and it just seemed... I guess they have Corsola, which can have Water Absorb, but, like, it won't. And we do have Earthquake for things like the Copper, the Corsola, the Cinderace, and Icicle Spear. I thought about Triple Axle, and it does more than Icicle Spear most of the time, but Icicle Spear hits. That's it. So we might still switch out for the Clefable. So before I finish this team builder, I'll just go out and show y'all the Clef set that we might be bringing, which is this Clef set right here, which is Unaware with leftovers, Moonblast, Stealth Rock, Soft Boiled, and Knockoff. Again, that the Noctowl or the Clefable is still a debate in my mind, and we're battling in like the next 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Court, thank you for the host. And I will see you all back here tomorrow with that battle. This is going to be insane. I'm excited for it. Welcome to Finals, everybody, where you sometimes bring a suboptimal set because you have to. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.